Hey guys, it's Archon. Welcome to Inferno Friday. As a lot of you guys know, me and the other streamers DatMods and Inigo Montoya recently went to Blizzard. Just this last week, we went to the Blizzard headquarters and they showed us around and we got to meet Wyatt Cheng and Travis Day and even Jay Wilson. It was really cool, and I want to tell you guys all about it. But first, I want to tell you guys about some blue posts that came out this week. As a lot of you guys have probably noticed, we've had a lot of blue posts recently, and the community managers and the devs have done a really good job of keeping in contact with the community and letting us know what they're doing. And you've seen a lot of things on the forums. A lot of people are really excited about it, and I am definitely one of them. I think this is a really good shift in the Diablo team to pay more attention to us in the community and to keep us involved. So I'm excited about what's to come, and I just want to point out a few blue posts that came out this week. If you want to see all the blue posts that have come out the week, I suggest Diablo fans, and I'll put a link in the description, but we're just going to go over a couple of the big ones. Wyatt Cheng and Travis Day, they seem to be two of the main devs working on Diablo 3, and they've been posting on the forums, and recently they told us what we should be expecting in 1.0.8. Now, of course, these are just a few of the features. There's probably going to be a lot more to come for 1.0.8. And if you missed the itemization blog post, watch my last video. It talks all about that, or you'll also find it on Diablo fans. But in this newer post, they talk about these things that they say are slated to be in 1.0.8, and they are mob density. They talk about how Acts 1, 2, and 4 have lower mob density to Act 3, which is no secret, and they want to adjust that. They want to make it so if you're farming Act 1, 2, or 4, it should be just as efficient or very close to as efficient as Act 3. The way Wyatt Cheng put it is you should be able to play the game however you want and not have like a 50% disparity between efficiency. It should be more like 5 to 15%. Maybe you lose a little bit of efficiency if you want to do like a full act clear, but it's okay if it's only 10% because you're enjoying it a lot more. And it's just not possible right now because there's certain runs that are a lot more efficient. So I'm excited about that. I think mob density will make a lot more areas viable and a lot more styles of play viable, which will definitely improve the game. They talk about a multi-craft option. This isn't a huge deal, but it'll be kind of convenient. You can queue up like 20 Archon Spalders of Dexterity, as he gave as an example, and then they all craft for you, so you don't have to keep there clicking the button over and over again. Just a little convenience feature. Auction House Tooltip Compare. This has been something we've wanted for a while. Just being able to mouse over items in the auction house and see how it affects our current gear. Sorry, my dogs are arguing in the background here. Apparently, it's a little bit more complicated than it seems, but they're working on it, and it's supposed to come into 1.0.8. So finally, we won't have to link stuff into chat and then join a game and look at it to see how it affects our gear. We'll be able to do it right from the auction house. And then also, it's not listed right here, but they say that they also want to put Identify All into 1.0.8. It would just be an option to identify your entire inventory instead of having to go through each item, which is another just time-saving convenience feature that'll be added. Now, again, I'm sure a lot of things in addition to that are going to be added in 1.0.8. They don't say which of the features they announced in that itemization blog post will make it into the patch and which will be after the patch. But yeah, good stuff coming to Diablo 3. I'm really excited about that. I think that's some good stuff. They also talk about co-op improvements. They want to make it so it's worth it to play in co-op. A lot of people are still playing solo, especially if your gear is way better than your friends. It just makes sense to play solo, and they want it to make sense to play co-op. And they're just trying to find where they want to draw the line, essentially. They don't want to make it so everyone feels like they have to do co-op. Some people do prefer to play solo, or maybe your friends aren't online and you don't want to play with strangers. They want to make it so it's still worth it to play solo, but it makes sense to play co-op if you have friends available. And they say they're going to err on the side of making co-op more beneficial. So I think that's a good change. Myself and a lot of you guys play solo more than in groups when just farming because it is more efficient if your gear's substantially better. And hopefully this will make it so co-op is as good or maybe even a little bit better than farming solo, which I think would be fine. And then Travis Day kind of just introduces himself in this blue post down here. It says he's been working with Blizzard for I think 8 years now. Yeah, he was on the WoW team. And I met Travis Day. He's a really cool guy, as well as Wyatt Cheng, really nice people. And I'll tell you more about that in a second. Just want to go over a few last blue posts here, more on co-op improvements. Wyatt Cheng goes through and just really explains what they're working on right now. They haven't decided exactly how they're going to change it, but these blue posts are definitely interesting if you want to check them out. And they mentioned that it's only going to be in Inferno. So playing through the game, you'll have the same monster density. You get to Inferno, it's going to be better than it is now for 1, 2, and 4. And they say that they'll be testing out in the PTR to kind of figure out where they want mob density to be. And then Lilira gives a nice blue post here just explaining the job of a community manager, which is one of the things I was able to ask her when we were there. But it was cool to kind of read through this blue post and see what it is they do and what powers they do and don't have. So again, check out Diablo fans. Lots of blue posts and really interesting. But I just wanted to tell you a little bit about me and Datmods and Inigo experience at Blizzard. It was really cool, really eye-opening. One of the best days of my life. We were able to hang out with like the main people at Blizzard for about 10 hours that day. We got to Blizzard headquarters at about 11 in the morning, and they showed us around. We got to see a lot of cool things. We got some pictures that you can see on Twitter and Facebook. And Lilira was nice enough, or maybe it was Vayflare, I'm not sure, was nice enough to post those pictures on the Diablo Facebook and Twitter. And then we just got to hang out a lot, which was my favorite part. We had lunch with Wyatt Cheng and Travis Day. It was just me, Datmods, and Ego, them, and then a project manager for probably an hour and a half, just talking about Diablo. And obviously they're not allowed to give us secrets of sorts, and I can't share everything we talked about, but I can tell you they're really cool people and really nice. They really listened to us. They're really interested in our opinions on the game and what we had to say, and we got to hear just kind of how the whole process goes about and what they're thinking on the game, and it was really cool. Just a ton of fun to be able to talk to them. And then that night we had dinner with everyone, so we got to meet a lot of the community managers, Lilira, Vayflare, Grimiku, and then of course Travis Day, Wyatt Cheng were there at dinner. And Jay Wilson was nice enough to stop by. From what I understood, he had other plans, but he came and stopped by and met us. And I have to tell you, he was a really nice guy, like really nice. And there's a few things that kind of changed my mind about the Diablo 3 team while I was there, or it was very enlightening and eye-opening. And I know a lot of you guys have your own opinions about some of these things, but I just want to tell you how my opinions changed. I know we haven't always had the most information to go off of as to what the Diablo 3 team is doing and how they are as people, but I have a little bit more information now, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know a lot of you guys aren't going to change your mind, but I can tell you I'm pretty confident about some of the information I got, and I feel like I should put it out there. So first and foremost is that Jay Wilson is a really nice guy. I know I already said that, but from the moment we got there, anytime Jay Wilson came up in conversation, mostly from Inigo Montoya mentioning him, people were really quick to make sure we knew that the team loved him and that he was a really good guy and that he's really good at his job. And that's why he's still working at Blizzard actively, and that's why he's been there for a while, and that's why he got the job in the first place. And I really hadn't made up my mind beforehand because, again, we have very little information to go up a lot of the time, and some of the information we have is from Twitter and Facebook. And I still feel that Jay Wilson did make some bad moves on Twitter and Facebook. Some of those posts weren't, I think, the best thought out, and it left a really bad taste in some of our mouths. And because we have so little to go off of, I think a lot of bad opinions of Jay Wilson got formed. But after being at Blizzard, I'm really confident that he's a good guy and he's good at his job. Now, I know me saying he's good at his job might strike you guys as weird because you guys have a lot of negative feelings towards how Diablo 3 turned out. Not everyone, of course, but I am one person that was disappointed in a few of the features of Diablo 3 and felt like it could be a much better game. But just keep in mind that all development teams make mistakes, and that it's not necessarily Jay Wilson going ordering everyone around and be like, this is how we're making my game. It's really a team working together. I think they could have done some things differently, but very recently with these blue posts and with the visit, I really feel like they understand what the problems are of the game. I felt like they almost agreed with me on everything with what the problems are, and they really understand all the options they can take to fix it. And I have a lot of optimism for the Diablo 3 team moving forward. I think the next year or so is going to be really good for the game, and I think Jay Wilson's one of the reasons why they have such a good understanding of it. Like, really, my opinion of him, it was not formed at all before, but now I gotta tell you guys, he is a good guy. He knows what he's doing, and the team loves him. So just let it be known. And I think that Mods and Inigo felt the same way. I had to put that out there after going there. And then a few other things that I know you guys already have some opinions on, and I'm just going to let you know my new opinion. Activision having a really tight grip on Blizzard. Activision mandating what Blizzard does and saying, you need to make so much money and do this so we make a bunch of money, and you have to put in a real money auction house so we can make money. I really feel confident that that's not the case at all. From what we could tell, Activision has very little input in Blizzard's team. It's mostly with the higher ups, but the Diablo team is able to do what they need to do without too much interference from Activision. Again, take that as you will, but I feel confident about it after being at Blizzard. And then the one last thing, which made me feel really good after we talked about it for a while, was that changes to the game, which would improve the quality of the game, but lower the amount of revenue from the real money auction house, are still put in. I mean, we've seen that with Demonic Essences. Demonic Essences clearly lowered the revenue Blizzard's going to get from the real money auction house. People aren't going to use it as much for those slots, but it improves the game, at least in my opinion and a lot of people's opinion. And so they put it in, and they have no problem continuing to do that. If something helps the game but decreases profit from the real money auction house, no question, they're still going to put it in. And I think we're going to see more of that stuff moving forward just based on the blue posts they've given us so far. And so those three things mixed with some other things really made me feel a lot better about D3. And I don't mean to sound like a fanboy. Again, you guys all know I have lots of criticism for D3. I just now feel a lot more confident that they know about the criticism, that they realize the same issues we've been complaining about, and they understand it to a really high degree. And I know that might be hard to see because sometimes it seems like a lot of time goes by and we don't see what we need, but all I can do is share with you my opinion. I have a lot of hope for the near future. So hopefully that'll make you guys think a little bit differently or look into more things a little bit more there. But the trip to Blizzard was just amazing. Datmods and Nigo, I'm sure, will give you their opinions either on YouTube videos or on their channel. So stop by over there as well. And stop by my channel. We're talking about it as well. So that's all I want to talk about with the Blizzard trip and the blue posts. Now we're going to do our weekly item giveaway. So last week's winner was Grizzfang. Grizzfang wanted the Blackthorns pants, and so you got them, man. They could be used for any class, really. It has a high Vitro, high life on hit, 11% life, and 318 bonus armor, which is a good replacement for all res when you can't afford it. So congratulations, Grizzfang, rather. If you win one of these items on the video, all you have to do is stop by the Twitch channel and let me know, either in chat or via message, and then I'll just have you prove that it's really you on YouTube, and we'll get you your item as soon as possible. So I'm going to show you, we have 6 items this week. If one of these items is an upgrade for you or something you might want, you can just leave a comment below. I'll randomly pick one comment, and that person will get the item they chose. Again, all the items are on US. So this is a new item. We got a Witching Hour with 71 all res. I was surprised how cheap this was, but 71 all res on a Witching Hour. It's pretty sexy there. Not great attack speed or crit damage, but good if you need some more defense. We have a Zuni's Morrow with high int and vite, 231 vite, 78 all res. I bought this for a set and it never came through. It came through after we finished the set, so I figured I'd give it to you guys. We have an Innish chest with 185 dex, 95 vite, 41 fire res, so great for a fire res monk. We have a Dead Man's Legacy with 19% attack speed, 6 max discipline, and 7% damage to elemental arrow. We have a Boulder Breaker with over 1500 damage, 161 crit hit damage, and it reduces the cost of Hammer the Ancients by 3 fury. And we have this Thing of the Deep with good average damage, 8.5 crit, which is the max, and then it reduces the level requirement by 10, so you can start using it at level 50 on a Witch Doctor. So again, if you want one of those items, go ahead and leave a comment below, and one person will get the item they asked for. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that subscribe button above. Stop by the live stream sometime. There's a link in the description, and I'll have another video for you guys soon.